California Democrats tonight divided. Lawmakers will no longer move forward with the push to make it a felony to purchase 16 and 17-year-olds for the purpose of having sex. KCRA 3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala joins us now with what's going on. People have got to be wondering, why didn't this happen?
Yeah, Golston, we're back at this debate all over again a year after it really started. 16 and 17-year-olds in California can't even legally consent to sex in the state of California, and lawmakers from both parties have been concerned that the penalties to buy them for sex are not tough enough or consistent with other state laws. Some lawmakers have been trying to make it so that anyone who purchases a 16 or 17-year-old for sex would face a felony. Right now, it could be either a misdemeanor or felony, depending on a few factors. So to address all of this, Democratic Sacramento Assemblywoman Maggie Krell filed AB 379. Krell is an expert on this. She prosecuted these cases for years with the California Department of Justice. She's been doing this work for 2 decades. Krell notes that traffickers, not the buyers, under state law right now face the harsher consequences when they traffic anyone under the age of 18. So she's been arguing the law should be consistent for the buyers too. The chairman of the Assembly Public Safety Committee, Nick Schultz, told me tomorrow at the Public Safety Committee hearing they will change this bill to remove that new felony for 16 and 17-year-olds. He said he wants to have informational hearings to go deeper on the issue this fall. He said lawmakers apparently struck a deal on this issue. Here's a look at our conversation.
Assemblyman, I understand that you just got to the legislature, but this has been debated, and Assemblymember Krell is an expert on this issue and prosecuted folks. I mean, do you guys not trust her?
I fully trust Assemblymember Krell, but I also trust my experience as well. I, too, as you know, am a former prosecutor. I was part of the La Luz del Mundo prosecution in Los Angeles. So when it comes to protecting children and going after sex offenders and people that are exploiting children, I, too, have that experience. And as much as I do trust my colleague, Assemblymember Krell, I also trust my personal experience and my own subject matter expertise, if you will, on the subject, as well as that of the committee.
Sure. So right now in Sacramento, there is a well-known blade. KCRA did a documentary on it. It's just a few miles away from here. Sheriff Jim Cooper has said that right now, if a John were to go and try to purchase a 16 or 17-year-old on that blade, and law enforcement were to intervene, because of a judge's order right now in Sacramento, law enforcement would not be able to put that person in jail because it's not the solid felony that law enforcement has been asking it to be. So I just want to make sure, like, you're okay with 16 and 17-year-olds continuing to be purchased on this blade for the next year or until you have to dissect this issue in the fall, and these Johns getting let go and just issued with citations?
Well, I don't agree with the premise of the question, but what I would say is I'm not okay with any child anywhere being exploited, but the solution that we craft, the solution that we pass needs to make sense, it needs to be equitable, it needs to be comprehensive. And while I appreciate Assemblymember Krell for bringing the proposal forward, and I know that her heart is on this issue, it's connected in a way that few other legislators can really be equal to or understand, it's also my job to make sure that we're not just passing knee-jerk policy, but we're having good, substantive conversation and landing on a good spot. So to the sheriff, the district attorney, and any other stakeholders, I hope that they'll continue to engage not just with Assemblymember Krell, but with all the members of the committee, with myself, with our staff, and our goal is to get a good solution delivered here as quickly as possible.